Alrighty, Thursday, May 30th. Taking a look at ES here for a quick session recap. So one of the things we've been talking about so far this week, as well as in the weekly kickoff that was sent out on Sunday, is the importance of last Thursday's session. You can see that this was a range expansion day. We're treating it like a range expansion day. Now the issue came when price posted this bounce and failed to show any continuation up into that 53.50 or even Thursday's high. Starts to roll over right there. That is our first clue that this is setting up into a near-term downtrend, right? So yesterday we do have that overnight move lower, a bit of a sleepier session, and then this morning we get that pretty significant gap lower following the close that was near Thursday's low. Now, again, like I had mentioned, that session was quite significant. So once you have Thursday's low failing to hold, that is a break of the intermediate term structure, which means bears are starting to take over. Sellers are starting to take over, which also means you need to be incredibly cautious with long trades, right? Focus should be on shorts, or if you are going to be trading longs, doing so with very strong location, very good confluence with your individual trade idea. So we see that price opens. This is the hourly chart. Let me jump into the 15 here. See that price opens right near that key pivot. That was the main watch coming into today's session. We have price overnight testing some lower areas of support, right? That 52.50 area. You see the rally in the overnight session. Okay, perfect. Starting regular trading hours right there near that key pivot. Jumping back into the 5-minute regular trading hours chart, price really fails to sustain above that pivot, right? So you get the move lower, no real surprise there. Sellers, their main objective for today was to show acceptance below this 73, 52.73, 52.70 blue zone right through here on my chart. And that is, again, last Thursday's low. They succeeded with that right off the open. See that move lower, you get a retest of the zone. This pretty much rejects, right? Now we got big washout into the close. So 52.50 pretty much gone. Price looking for that next area of value, looking for that next area where buyers are actually interested, could be down into 52.30. 21 MA not really providing any type of support for today. Remember, I had mentioned this morning that was to be treated more so as just a reference point, as price will often respect that area as a mean reversion trade. Now, as far as tomorrow's session into PCE, what we're going to be looking at here essentially is how price trades versus this prior area of support right through here, 52.40. You can see it. Let me switch back to the hourly chart as we're looking at some sessions from quite a few weeks ago. You can see that support zone right through here where price has just tested into the close today. So prior area of support right through here, 52.40, will definitely be on watch for tomorrow into PCE. That is going to be a significant print, expecting some good volatility with that print. See what type of overnight action we get. But as of right now, the intermediate term prior structure has broken down, telling us that sellers are really starting to step in and show that they are in control of this tape. Near term is downtrend. Intermediate has again broken the structure to the downside. Now, like I said, sellers in control. We want to see reaction versus lower areas of support, and really paying attention to how the daily starts to shape up. Okay, so this clear distribution, right? More obvious now with the breakdown. We start to see some key areas of support being broken. We want to see just how much of this rally, this prior rally from mid-April, is going to be retraced. All right, so that is ES. Again, 52.40, going to be that primary watch into tomorrow. If there is a significant overnight move, I'll share an update during the pre-market prep live stream. Looking at NQ. Main watch coming into today. Now NQ, just to back up a second, has been showing relative strength, right? NQ still holding within the structure. We know that. We've been talking about the past few weeks. And so what we wanted to see today was how price responded versus that 18,700 area and that 18,630 area. These are both downside areas of support. We did have the intermediate term range volume point of control right there into 18,750. That volume point of control has since shifted down into 18,685. So we come into the sesh, again, keep it pretty simple. How is price going to respond versus that intermediate term range volume point of control right there at 750? We take a look at what actually happened during the regular trading hours session. You have a gap down, and remember, anytime we're looking at a gap, we kind of want to assess how is that gap treated. Price really fails to materialize in any type of bounce whatsoever. You have that initial sell bar, and the open actually marks the session high, right? So prior day low immediately rejected. That 750 main level of interest acts as resistance. NQ resolves lower. You have that great initial bounce versus 700, which was tradable, and then that bounce versus 630, which was also tradable. So buyers showing some interest versus that area of support, but again, could not sustain that support zone, right? Nice 100-point bounce, but sellers still showing that acceptance below 750. We have an undercut of the 630 area of support, and price perfectly tests that 18,550 downside level of interest, which is the low right through here from Friday, May 17th. So as far as tomorrow's session into PCE, this structure, in my opinion, has not yet triggered a significant breakdown just yet. Intermediate term structure is still pretty much within the range here, right? Now, near term is definitely a downtrend. No doubt about that. Past few sessions, that's a downtrend. Intermediate term, there's a sideways range. For tomorrow, 630 is going to be that main watch if price is coming into PCE, trading right through there, as well as the 550 downside level of interest. Those are going to be the two most important points for tomorrow's session. So we'll look at the reaction there into PCE. And again, if there's a big overnight move ahead of PCE, we'll address that and discuss that in the pre-market prep live stream. Hope everyone had a great day, profitable session, didn't get beat up in the move lower today. If you have any questions about anything, feel free to shoot me a DM in the Traders Think Tank. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow morning for the pre-market prep live stream. Have a great afternoon.